digest. From lane to the new shining ground, echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time, we march on through grit and grime. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire.
Yes, guys, welcome and good evening, or welcome to THFC Till We Die, home of Tottenham past, present, and the exciting future under Roberto De Zerbi as the rebuild begins. Yes, it does begin. And guys, welcome to the very first transfer news, transfer rumours show. Yeah, unless anything confirmed, everything is a rumour. There was something I want to start off. I welcome people in, and I want to start off by talking about the owners. Not for too long. I will get into the news that I was given yesterday, and there's more news coming tomorrow. I've split all the information I have into two separate shows, so you guys are not sort of overloaded in one massive show, if you know what I mean. So I've split it for the first part tonight, and then the second part will be tomorrow as well. But I want to talk about the owners for a minute. And it was something AC Milan did at the end of their season. And it was this. AC Milan have sacked all key figures at the club after missing UEFA Champions League qualification. So the manager's gone, the CEO is gone, the sporting director is gone, and the head of scouting is gone. Tottenham, take heed. AC Milan are clearing the decks. And this is something Tottenham should do. This is something they should do. Johan Lange should go. Vinai should go. The head of scouting should go. And bring back the people like a Gabbiadini. It's too late to bring back Paratici, but we can still bring back Gabbiadini. And bring footballing people in to do footballing jobs. And just very quickly, when I read this yesterday, I meant to mention it last night, this morning, and just totally forgot about it. I'm just thinking that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it. Clear the decks. Clear it out completely. So big up to AC Milan. Tottenham, do take notice. Let's welcome a few people in the chat. And the first one in. Good evening, Wayne. Good evening, folks. Hope you're well. Feck this heat. I'm moving to the North Pole. Okay, let me know and I'll jump on the back of the wagon with you. Big up to David Ginola. All right, Dermo. Wet Spam relegated. Yes, Wet Spam have gone down. Bless them. Yes, the bubble machine has been relegated to the championship. So they'll be forever blowing bubbles to Lincoln away. Big up to Lincoln. Big up Pagey. Evening, peeps. Evening, Pagey. Hit that like button and subscribe to Dan. Thanks a lot, Pagey. Thank you so much. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. Everyone's saying no for that. It's not a transfer with Tottenham unless it's a rumour. Exactly. And it's not a transfer rumour without Dermo and his rumour show. You know that. It's the one show, guys, you all look forward to every summer. When you know the summer ends, you know this channel goes into like overdrive. It goes into transfer rumour show. You know it does. Big up Daz the Pagey Doll, big up to you, big up Daz, big up Demo, big up everyone. Right, I got a little start and beta news. And when to start? I'm gonna start here. Now, Tottenham Hotspur are looking at 80 to 120 million guaranteed, potential rising to 150 million, with sales and structure payments could realistically push it towards 180 to 220 million overall rebuild window through staggered payments. And also, this is just dropped in a little about an hour ago from Football.London. Now, Football.London understands. Now, we broke last night that Johan Lange would remain in this position, and there will be a review done after the summer window. I still stand by that. I still stand by the news. Now, I haven't heard anything from the people I use to contradict the news that I brought you last night. But just out of context just to give you what everyone else is saying, that Football.London understands that sporting director Johan Lange's future at Tottenham remains in serious doubt after their dreadful season. Now, we broke it yesterday, and I bring up again what we broke last night. Where is it? Is it that one? I think it's that one. No, it's not. Where is it? Is it that one? It might be that one. Is it that one? No, it's not. Let me find the one that I'm looking for. Or did I delete it? Did I delete it? It might be that one. Anyway, I'll find it. I'll go into my camera and see can I find it. But yeah, we did say yesterday that he will be still here, and for our understanding that he'll still be in his job, and the review will happen after the summer window. Now, look, you will hear this summer a load of different people saying one thing, other people saying another. Look, we report the news as we get it. I report you the news as it's given to me. And I stand by it, and I'll stand over it. And rightly so I will, because the news we get is normally spot on. But things can change in football, as you well know. You know, people can change. Where did I put that? Oh dear, where did I put that now? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'll find it another time. It's fine. I'll find it another time. So that is the latest news. Wayne saying I wouldn't let Lange anywhere near another window at Spurs. He's a useless prick. Look, I get it. I do get it. But look, we're just bringing the news that we get, and that's, I thought it was interesting to bring that up. That Football.London that only dropped about an hour and a half ago. So we all know news in football can change. But it won't stop us from doing what we do, is giving you the news that I get. And then, look, the news changes in football. One of them things, isn't it? It's just one of them things. But at the moment, he's still in his job. There is no news coming out of Tottenham yet that his future's under serious doubt. This is just media speculation. What we got was probably the nearest thing that we can get. That, look, he's not going. I'll read out again. Right. Okay. I have an update. Right. Okay. Let me see. Can I use that? If I can, hopefully I can use it. Okay, Grant. All right. So I've got an update for this. So give me 2 minutes. Let me copy and paste it into the banner. And right. Okay. So let me then, I'm going to put this across the bottom of the screen for you guys. So you guys can read it, and you guys can read it as well as I do. Right. Okay. So the latest I've got is this, that Tottenham chairman Peter Carrington's publicly backed the current leadership group only yesterday. So the current valuation looks like this: Vinai likely staying, Johan Lange generally at risk, official sacking not happening yet, internal restructuring very likely. The strongest recent reporting basically says Lange could either leave entirely or be demoted or remain under a new sporting director above him. So that is the latest on Johan Lange. Now, I think it's very much a case that this is going to be every day. This is a very what's the word I'm looking for? Very fluid information. Very fluid. What's happening with Tottenham? There's a lot going on. A lot of changes. We had the statement out from Peter Carrington yesterday. So look, things are going to change. Do you know it can change from minute to hour, from day to day. We could give you news, say, tonight, and then we could wake up 3 hours' time, something else could come out, or we could wake up in the morning to a different set of news. So, look, this is what I love about this time of the year. I love doing the watch-alongs. I love doing the season. I love doing all the things for the game season. I also love this part of the season, post-season, going into the window, going into pre-season. It gives me such an adrenaline buzz, all these transfer news and stories coming out. So, yeah, just keep your notifications on, because we could go live at 1 a.m. with news, with you guys. So, look, I would advise hit the like, hit the subscribe, keep your notifications on, and we will bring you the latest news first and fastest, as we always have, and like we always will. Big up to Lewis Gomes Jr., Savinio of the Spurs. Yeah, that is a rumor going around. That he is on his way to Tottenham. That talks have already taken place. Now, we do know when it comes to Man City, Savinio, that it was Pep that blocked the movement of Savinio to Tottenham last summer and in January as well. Now, with Pep gone, does that open the door for Tottenham to go in for him? Possibly, yes. But look, it's something that this may happen very quickly, or could be one that could run on as the window opens, as the summer continues. Also, just on the Pep thing as well, and somebody asked me a question. I think it was Nick today asked me a question, because I said earlier that I think Tottenham next season, under the right players in the right structure and De Zerbi with a pre-season, that we could get Conference League football next season. If Man United can go from 16th to 3rd with a very good transfer window, why can we not go from 17th to wherever? And I think Man City are going to be the team that's going to struggle. We don't know what's happening with their 115 charges. I mean, that could drop any moment. I don't know why it hasn't dropped yet. I don't know what the latest on it yet is, and I will try to find out what the latest is on it to bring it to you guys. The latest news on the FF 115 charges and the FFP. We know Pep's left. We know there is players leaving as well. Now, there is rumours around on X that John Stones is being linked with Tottenham. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm waiting for an update on that. I personally don't think it'd be a good move. I don't think he's a good defender. And I wouldn't. Look, he's a good defender, but he's not Tottenham. We've got enough good defenders as it is. But we also got another bit of news as well, guys, on Vlahovic. Now, Vlahovic is that, is tied. So I wonder if you can let me know. I know he's watching. Can I use that Vlahovic news? Because I want to make sure. See, the problem is I get information, and how it works. I'll give you guys a little bit of an insight right into this. I get information within my emails or my WhatsApp groups, right? And there's a lot I can't say, and there's a lot I can say, and I have to wait. Is for the okay first to give me the okay to use the information and get it to you guys. But there's also information that I get that I can't use, and that's that respect for the person that I use And until we can get it confirmed, we double check our news, we triple check it, we quadruple check it. We don't just give out news willy-nilly. We make sure all the news that we give you is 100% correct. And okay, that's fair enough. So on the FFP charges, now this is just dropped. Now this is what I mean. The Football Insider I use and the person I use, I don't know. I speak and within 5 minutes I get an update. So the latest on the FFP charges, it's basically this: the hearing is finished. No verdict has been announced yet. A decision is now widely expected very soon, potentially within weeks. Nothing is confirmed yet, but experts keep mentioning possibility, including heavy fines, points deductions, transfer restrictions, title stripping, relegation, or in the absolute extreme scenario, expulsion. Now, we will talk about this more on Thursday in the North London Talks podcast, more about this. For me, I don't know what you guys think. I don't know where you guys go in it with the Man City thing. I will put this in across the bottom. You can see that that's the same about Vinai. So you've got that going across. I'll put this going across the bottom as well, guys. So you have a bit of an update, and you can see and you let me know in the comments what you think, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think on that. Let me know what you think on the comments about the Man City thing. I would love to know. So Savinho, look, it's been linked. It's just one we got to wait for, Lewis. It's just one we got to wait for, buddy. Big up to you saying ole, and a big up putting the links in. Big up to Wayne. He says the difference between Tottenham and United is we don't do good transfer windows. No, we don't. We spend the money, but don't spend it right, Wayne. You know that as well as I do, and that's the issue. We don't spend it right, so we have to say, won't we? This summer is going to be very massive, one way or the other. Big up to David. Stones is better than what we've got apart from Van der Ven and Romero. He's leaving, so we need a replacement. Who knows the Premier League? Stone is a brilliant defender. He's a free, and it's a no-brainer. Well, do you know Robinson's on a free as well, and Cincinnati's on a free as well. So, I mean, there's 3 transfers you can get done straight away with no hassles, no paying clubs. It's just giving them a good signing on fee and the right wages. So, look, I'm not Stone's biggest fan, but you know, I accept what you're saying. I think you make a very good argument there for John Stones. And yet there is some positive there as well. He knows the Premier League. You know, he is an England international or ex-England international. So, look, you made some good points there, Dave. So, look, for me, that's one to keep an eye on as well. And Romero leaving is one to keep an eye on as well. I take Stone's experience, used for a rotation and cover. I think that's a good shout. I really do. Right, so let's start with the latest here. Let's start with, this is what I broke last night about Andy Robinson. That Robinson to Spurs is now looking increasingly likely after Tottenham secured Premier League survival. Roberto De Zerbi is believed to want experienced leaders and added to the squad, and sees Robinson as an important dressing room figure. His main position is left back. His contract expires at the end of June, and he will be a free transfer. So that, for me, is an absolute bonus. Now, the latest on that is where is it? The latest on that was this morning when I talked about it, that both deals were 95% done. The Robinson deal and the Cincinnati deal were 95% done. So we have to wait. We may get a here we go probably any day now. But that is the latest on Andy Robinson. Right. So let's get into the first bit of news and transfer news for you guys. Spurs are expected to push forward aggressively in the market after avoiding relegation. The current priority positions, I've been told, are centre back, defensive midfield, creative attacker, and a wide forward. De Zerbi wants a more technical, aggressive, possession-based squad heading into the 26-27 season. So the first place we have, of course, is Paliunia. Now, Paliunia is option to buy. It's 80 million. I'm sure Tottenham will want to get that down a little bit to probably 15, around 15, 12 to 15 million euro. His contract expires at the end of June. Joe Paliuni's future remains open. Spurs want to keep him permanently, but from Bayern Munich, but the player is also in talks with Sporting Lisbon. Tottenham are hoping to talk to agree a fee. So we do have competition for Paliunia and Sporting Lisbon. So we have to get this done and get it done quick. Look, this is a no-brainer for me. This for me is 100% has to be done. We have to get him in. He's been fantastic for us this year. He hasn't had all great games either, by the way. But when he has played, he's played brilliant. But he's had a few stinkers too. So we have to see. But for me, bring him in now. Bring him in. Absolutely. A very, very good player to have in the squad. But also, I think under De Zerbi, you may see him improve 100%. Morgan Rogers now. Of course, Morgan Rogers is an attacking midfielder. His contract expires in 2031. His market value around this time is around 80 million euro. Now, there are clubs chasing him: Manchester United, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, and PSG. Morgan Rogers remains a player Spurs admire literally internally, especially as Villa could face PSR pressure this summer. But with them getting into the Champions League, does that sort of ease the pressure on the PSR because of the extra money that they will get from competing in the Champions League? Also, the money they've earned from winning the Europa League as well. So it may help them. It may help them. Now, there is talk that he could be going to Arsenal. There could be talk that he could be going to a few clubs. This is only a sort of internally Tottenham's board. It's just somebody internally we would like. It's not somebody that we've been linked with. It's not somebody that we've gone out there and said we want this player. It's somebody that internally that we would like at the football club. We would be in a bidding war. And if you do look at the club Bayern Munich or PSG in Europe, Champions League guaranteed trophies, why wouldn't you go there? If you look at in the Premier League, Chelsea for me would be a probably no because of the state they're in. Also, Manchester United back in the Champions League as well. But would he get game time with Bruno Fernandes there? Would he be first team? And that's the thing. It's all right going to these big clubs, but would you get the game time? Would you get the minutes that you want? So look, I would love Rodgers at Tottenham, but there are bigger clubs out there. They're in bigger competitions that can sway him and probably give him a bit more money. It's about paying the wages, isn't it? Players will follow where money is. And also with the Derby as well. Can he persuade players like a Rodgers to come to the club? Look, I know we're not in Europe this year, but we this is what we're doing and this is our plan. I would love it, but me personally, I don't think he will leave Villa, but if he did, I could see him either at Bayern Munich or Man United. Either of them two clubs. That's just my view. Also, we've got Menges Akalanichi. Akalanichi is another attacking target being monitored closely at Spurs. Look for more creativity and technical quality. He is a white winger. His contract expires in 2028 and the current market value is around 50 million euro. Another player from Monaco. It's now Liverpool also interested in this player. Right? The players that the clubs that are interested, I've got that information from Transfer Market. The information I got from the people I use, but the other bits with the clubs, I've done a bit more research into them. That's from Transfer Market. So that is the latest on that. I think we've got enough right wingers at the club. Personally, I think we've got Kudus. Do we need another one? Yes, but I'd rather have a Premier League right winger that can. We've got Porro that can play right wing, can't we? So really, for me, I think we are there. But this again is another option for us. But there's no guarantee he's going to sit and do well in the Premier League. Is there? It's a gamble. It is a gamble. This one's a gamble for me. We also got Matt O'Reilly, central midfielder, contract expires 2029, 20 million euro. Matt O'Reilly has been discussed in recruitment meetings as Spurs look to reshape the midfield. Now, I like this. I like Matt O'Reilly, but Dortmund are also in for him as well. I think he wants to stay in the Premier League. I do. I think he wants to stay in the Premier League. And if he is going to leave Brighton are in Europe next year, but no disrespect to Brighton. Tottenham are a bigger club than Brighton. And look, I think he'd be a good player for us. I think so. I like Matt O'Reilly. I've always been impressed with him when I've seen Brighton play. I think he's very composed on the ball. He's very composed in that midfield. And he's not doesn't shirk away from his responsibilities either. So for me, and 20 million quid is a snip today for a really good midfielder. So for me, this would get a yay for me. It really would. Moving along, we're now talking about, of course, our beloved captain, the man that had to be dragged back from Argentina's kicking and screaming. He would not have come back if there wasn't all the issues, all the outcry. And I've seen a few people today defending him a little bit, or saying, look, he was there, he came back. He didn't want to be there. He wouldn't want to be there. But it was. But anyway, Christian Romero remains the biggest possible exit. Atletico Madrid interested in a very real interest rate, and Spurs would consider a major offer, looking around about 50 to 70 million euro for Christian Romero. His contract does expire in 2029. He only signed a new deal last summer. So, yeah, around 50 to 70 million. Would I be glad to see him gone? Look, I'm being honest. Yeah, I would. I would. I really would. I've had enough now. I've had enough of all the Romero sideshow. Basuma is expected to leave unless there's a dramatic turnaround, so his contract does expire at the end of June. His current market value is 12 million quid, but yeah, he's expected to leave. Richarlison also could be sold if a suitable Saudi or Premier League bid arrives. We're around about 28 million quid. His contract expires at the end of next season, and his main position is the striker. But for me, he's not good enough, and we need an upgrade striker-wise. So for me, there's two players. I think there's three players. I think we'll get money for Romero. Basuma's leaving because his contract has expired, and then also with Richarlison, we could get money for him. With Richarlison, I don't think we get the 28 million. I think we'll get around about 15 million for him. I think if that. But that's the latest on Richarlison. Ben Davies as well. This is the last bit of the news, and the second part comes tomorrow, guys. Ben Davies is expected to depart after a long serving. His contract does expire. Now, Ben Davies, there is talk around Ben Davies that he might be given a coaching role at Tottenham Hotspur. And I think that would be an absolute clever move, because he really has been a really good servant to the club. He deserves a testimonial as well, though they don't do testimonials anymore. I think he deserves one. But look, it is what it is. Ben Davies has never been everyone's cup of tea. But one thing he has given is, he's dependable. And he's every manager that's been at Tottenham, from Poch to Mourinho to even De Zerbi, have sung his praises very highly. He's a model professional. So big up to Ben Davies. But that is the latest news. There is more tomorrow. There there is more tomorrow. I can give you a little bit of a was that the one? Oh yeah, there's more here. Sorry. There's more news as well. Now, Tottenham, the links between Tottenham Hotspur and Savinho, this has just dropped, are become very serious again. Tottenham tried to sign Savinho in 2025 City for his sale. Savinho is now reportedly open to the move. Newcastle also monitoring the move for Savinho as well. So we will have competition. Jonathan David is a free transfer opportunity being monitored by multiple Premier League clubs, including Spurs. Leeds are looking at Jonathan David and also James Trafford as well. So Leeds looking to get into the market early. Let's see what you guys think in the chat. Fair enough. Everyone's entitled to that. Fair enough. You don't believe it. That's fine. Boy, I've got no problem with you writing that. It's no problem whatsoever. No problem whatsoever. And I admire your honesty. I admire your honesty and big up to you. I get it. I get it. I get it. I do understand that. And look, if I was you and I didn't do what I done and I was just watching it like you do, I'd probably think the same. I probably think the same as you, bud. So look, no problem. I don't mind you putting comments like that in because it shows that's the different side of it, isn't it? And I've got no issue with that. So big up to you. Big up to you, by the way. Right, let's see what people are saying. David says Stone is versatile too, so he is. Big up Dermo and everyone in the chat. Get Pal in 110%. Big up to Iceman. Big up Dermot. Big up to you, Dale boy. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Rodgers is going to Arsenal. We have to wait and see. Bring them all in. Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? There's another player. Sorry, I just need to change my check. That is another player I love to get in Somerville. Now, would Somerville do well at Tottenham? I think he will. And I like him. I've always liked him how he's played. Now West Ham have gone down. Now, a lot of their players, they're going to have to sell. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens and where people go. Big up to Carlo. I love Rodgers, but the way too big. Yeah, as I said, I think he'll end up either at Bayern Munich or Manchester United, one or the other. We need damn striker ASAP. We've been prioritizing positions last week. Yeah, striker is vital. I think we will get a striker this year, Wayne, this summer, Wayne. I think we will get a striker, and I think Tottenham might shock us on who they might get. But I think it is a absolute priority that we get a striker that can score at least 15 to 20 goals a season. And we're going to have to pay the money for them. Simple as that. Strikers are incoming. All of our strikers are up for sale. Yeah, Vadovic is coming back. He will be within the first team next year. And so will Macy Miller as well. I think Macy Miller is going to be brought in and brought up to the first team as well. So watch that space. I'm so buzzing about that kid. Really am. If that's how you spell his name, yeah, I know you mean. I can't even pronounce it. Let us spell it, nice man. Big up to Golden Mayo, Moyo. Big up to you guys. We can't get him. Let's just build with Janet Scott, Savinho, Florentino, and Donnelly and Vadovic and more. Good shout, very good shout. We have Kudos. We're doing the right. Just a question, you guys. Would you buy another right back and push Porro as a right winger, and have him and have Kudos as the backup, or would you just keep it as the same? Let me know what you think, guys. Would prefer Alex Scott over O'Reilly. That's a good shout as well. Alex Scott's a very good player for Bournemouth. I like O'Reilly. Maybe I'm just being a little bit because I just like him personally as a player. I wouldn't be too upset if Alex Scott came to Tottenham either, to be fair. So, one or the other. But sometimes I blame ourselves, our kids, to play for England. We could even loan them. Yeah, loaning them is not any good whatsoever. Buying news there's the likes of Carl and others, absolutely spot on. I said last summer I keep Davis on with the coaching staff to help the kids. Totally. Big up to Rangers Fan TV. Big up to you. How are you doing, buddy? Sorry for asking, but there's a rumour on X Moore is coming back to Rangers on loan for next season. Have you heard anything? I will ask the question. I will confirm it in the morning for you, or maybe before the end of the stream if he lets me know. I'll do some digging for you, bud. All right, big up Rangers Fans TV. And look, I know I'm a Celtic fan. You're a Rangers fan, but we can coexist. And I love that you come into the chat. And if I get any Rangers transfer news, I'll always bring it up here for you guys. So yeah, don't have to be Tottenham. We got some news for a Villa fan that comes in. The Leeds fans as well. We'll keep them updated. So yeah, Mikey Moore, I would like him to come and stay at Tottenham and be first team for us. I think Mikey Moore quite likes it up at Rangers, and I think he likes it up there, and I think he's probably a little bit settled up there now. And I think he's had a really good season for you guys. He's really shown his potential. I'd be sorry if we sold him to Rangers, and I think that could be a possibility as well. That Rangers could put in a bid. This is just me thinking out loud. I haven't heard anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if Rangers put in a bid for Mikey Moore. But yeah, as soon as I get any news, buddy, I'll bring it to you first and fastest, as I always do. We'll have at least 2 signed confirmed by tomorrow for July. Big up. Stone is a leader 100%. Big up to Razza. Big up. Enjoy your content. Love from India. Well, big up to you, Azar, as well. Really do appreciate it. And thank you so much. Whereabouts in India are you watching me from? Let me know. Let me know where you're watching me from, India, bud. Another Johnson and Xavi hat. Oh, yeah. I would love another Xavi. Look, I'm going to have my say about Brendan Johnson and Archie Gray and all this the complaints going around at the moment at the end of the stream, because it's really doing my head in, and I just don't get it. We should get Alex Scott and ship out Gallagher if possible. That's a very good shout. Look, I think Gallagher needed. Look, we called Gallagher for a long time, and the way we did it was we sold Brendan Johnson, and then we bought in Gallagher. I think Gallagher will be a better player next season after a pre-season with De Zerbi. We have seen glimpses of what he can do, but there's games where he goes missing as well. Now, Alex Scott, for me, would be a great addition to the midfield. So if you're going to get rid of Basuma, if you're going to get rid of possibly, say you sell Bentancur as well. So you start with the midfield of Palunia, Archie Gray, Lucas Bergville, Alex Scott and Michael Riley, then I think that's a better combination. And if the right bid does come in for Gallagher, he may go, but I don't think he will go. I think he'll be here, and I think you may see a better player next season. I know Ryan absolutely is eminent that Gallagher will really show up next season. And I hope he's right. For Ryan's sake, I hope he is. But we've seen glimpses, don't we? We've seen glimpses of how good it can be. And I think a pre-season under De Zerbi will really show next season if he's good or not. If it's not, then I can see him definitely going either in January or the summer of next year. Do you think Xavi has been good? I do. I do think Xavi's been good. And I think Xavi, for me, it's very tough coming to play in the Premier League, where it's completely different from the Dutch league. It's completely different. It's fast. It's totally the opposite of what the Dutch league is. So it's going to take players time to settle into a new league, new country, new club. I think we've seen glimpses of how good Xavi can be, especially the goal against Brentford, especially his performances later on the season before his injury. And another thing as well I liked about Xavi was, even with his knee as knackered as it was, he still wanted to come on and help the team. And then he put out a statement, didn't he? He says, "We survived, we're in this together, we're going to fight, and we're going to be better next season." I think Xavi's he's a young lad, he's a young player, I think under De Zerbi, we will see the best of Xavi. I am sure of that. Go big for Osimhen. That's a great shout. Could do. But we have to wait and see. Gallagher looks like he's towing the Gallagher. I get it. If we got the Gallagher that played for Chelsea and Palace, I think nobody would be bothered. But Gallagher is a very good player, and I think under a pre-season with De Zerbi and proper training, and him now used to Tottenham, back playing in the Premier League again, I think you might see a completely different player next season. Now, as I said, if the performances keep going as the word this season, then you will see him likely moved on next summer. But I think this will be his season. I think he will come good, and I have to agree with Ryan. I think Gallagher might be the change, and especially the goal he scored against Villa. That was the glimpse of the Gallagher to Chelsea years and the Palace years. So, give the time. We've got to give him time. People don't understand how good the likes of Gallagher and Xavi, etc. Will he understand this? Will he understand De Zerbi? I think they will. I think these players will understand De Zerbi because he has. Somebody said it yesterday, and I agreed with what the person said. Right, I did agree with what he said because he said that De Zerbi was a mixture of Postecoglou and Pochettino, and he seems to be one that's molded together. He's got the aggressive football style of Pochettino, but the little bit of tactical nous of he's got the let me get it right. He's got the aggressive footballing style of Postecoglou, but he's also got the football sort of technical nous of Pochettino. And players want to play for De Zerbi. And that's the thing. And that's why we saw the upturn when he came in, because players very quickly understood there was no room for messes. There was no room for people to slack. And he wasn't around for any slackers. So, yeah, I agree with Carl 100%. We should stop getting rejects from other clubs, how many times we've got. But, yes, I agree with that as well. It's a very good point that we have bought rejects from other clubs. And maybe rejects is a bit stronger word for it, but we have bought players from other clubs that haven't come to their full potential with Tottenham. And maybe that's from the manager, maybe that's because of the form we're in or whatever. It's never really worked. As I said, I stick by what I said. Next summer, if he doesn't perform, then I'd say next summer he could be out. We need options there in position for rotation. Exactly, Wayne. We need two. I don't know if you agree, but we need 3 players in every position. So we need the first team, a backup to him, and then a young kid to back up him. I think we need 3 players in every position. Big up Rhino. It says, big up Dermot. I would have Grealish and bring in Palhinha on a permanent basis. Well, Palhinha, yes. Drag Grealish. That's interesting you say that, Ryan, because I'm not Drag Grealish Bett's fan. I think there's too much off the field. Too much off the field nonsense with Grealish. Nobody's doubting his ability as a footballer, but I think it's off the fields for me. It is the issue. But big up to you. Yeah, no problem. I will get that for you. I thought De Zerbi was choosing the players. Savinho, Robinson were last year's targets. These are 3 players. Robinson is a no-brainer, double. Robinson is a no-brainer. And look, anyone that thinks De Zerbi's picking these players are going to be bitterly disappointed because it's not him. He will be given an option of 4 players. I think that I'd love to get somebody on to talk about how this is done, because the days of managers picking the transfer list is long gone. He's given options, right? A, B, C, or D. Right, I want A and B, and then it's down to the club to go and get A and B. But he would have his list of players that he would give to whoever and say, these are the players I want at the club. And then it's down to the club going back in. I mean, I did say yesterday that, and it does say here as well, Delboy, that I was told yesterday that Roberto De Zerbi is believed to want experienced leaders added to the squad and sees Robinson as an important dressing room figure. And he's right about that. He is right about that. We need more leaders. We need more people to lead this in this squad. We need experience. We also need youth. We also need experience as well. So I think that they have a manager doing transfers and picking players is long gone. I think today's metric and how they do it is completely different. But I'm sure he'll have his saying it, and he will have his saying it. We will be fine. The Spurs have outsourced the psycho department to the vets down the high road. Yeah, they have. Get a new goalkeeper. I would take Sunderland goalkeeper. Ryan, look, that's not a bad shout. There's James Trafford as well. You could get. I think Kingsley's going to be our number one next season. And for anyone to start shouting at me in the chat or saying to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Two saves against Wolves, the save against Leeds, the Leeds defeat, right? That point at Leeds saved us. That point at Leeds kept us in the Premier League. That point at Leeds, that was the point that actually that made this. And then, of course, the West Ham loss. But that point at Leeds and was a big point, and that point was gained by Kingsley saves. And for me, I think he should. I think he will be Tottenham's number one next season. Guys, Mickey like Tottenham. I'm a big fan of Mickey, guys. Yeah, Mickey, Mikey Moore. We're all big fan of Mikey. Keep going. I'm not saying that to get rid of him, Ryan. I'm saying that maybe next summer if he doesn't have a great season, but definitely I think preseason on the De Zerbi, and we may see the best. I hope we do. I hope we really see the best of him, and we see the Chelsea Gallagher and the Crystal Palace Gallagher, because I think it's quite easy to slate these players because they don't settle in quick or they don't perform straight away. I think it's easy to slate than it is to wait. But yeah, we have to wait and see. Gallagher 1,000% staying De Zerbi rate. Yeah, I wasn't saying he wasn't going this summer. I said he might go next summer. But we have to wait and see, won't we? I'm from Kerala, India, down south India. Come and visit this side of India. It's not as it's shown as in the media. You will love it. Can play lots of football on the beaches. Sounds fun. Big up to Jess as well. Big up. Thank you so much for coming in. Lovely to see you. Big up to Carl as well. We've got Daryl Boys saying, do you think that De Zerbi is giving them upsets in this place? I think so. Definite. For what I've been told, 100% yes. I can say that. I can sit here and say 100% yes, he has. He has his list. He has his targets. And the Tottenham board now are gonna have to fulfill his wish list. If not, he's walking. If he doesn't get the players he wants, De Zerbi will walk out. So we have to wait and see. But I do, 100% there, 110%. I categorically say, hand on heart, yeah, he has. De Zerbi will improve players. Definitely, I expect a very different style of players next season. Big up, Stacey. Big up to you as well. Hope you're doing well, both of you. Hope you're really doing. And do get over to JYS and hit their subscription. Let's get them to 21,000 before the start of the new season. Come on, I would love to see that. I'll big up to Ryan. You take away the off-field things unless you're Greenwood or Johnson. We can look past off-pitch things. I don't know why you're bringing Brennan Johnson into this, Ryan, because I know you don't like the player. I know you never rated him. And to put him in the same breath as Greenwood, I think it's not fair, if I'm being honest. Look, Brennan Johnson, I still think there's a good player in Brennan Johnson. He hasn't got the capability, I think, of performing at a higher level consistently. But to put him in the same breath as Greenwood, I don't like. I'm sorry, Greenwood is a nothing. I don't like him. I don't rate him. I don't rate him as a person or as a player. I think Brennan Johnson's a far better player than Greenwood, and a far better person than Greenwood. Personally. But yeah, no, you're right. And with Grealish as well, you should look back. I suppose you can look past the off-field things as well. But if Jack Grealish, right, was dedicated, you say, right, I'm going to give up the drink, I'm going to give up the partying, I'm going to dedicate myself to my position, I'm going to dedicate myself to my craft, dedicate myself to football, you will find a very, very, very good footballer. You really would. But he hasn't, and he's wasted it. He has wasted. He has wasted. He's wasted his talent. He's wasted his talent. They'll give him one player he wants if he's lucky. Big up, Ben. No, not at all. Kinski's only spot. Yeah, exactly, Wayne. 100%. Robinson is an amazing player. If we pull it off, banks and leadership experience. You can tell me any other five defenders who can cross like him. They can't. No, Dermot, he has 5 out of 6 good games. Thank you for that. But what we need, in my option, but not onto Trafford. I agree. And look, you've got to realise, Ryan, right, when it comes to goalkeepers, everyone can slate a player. Everyone's got their favourite players. Everyone can slate a player. But if Vicario was in goal, would you have? I'm asking you a question now, and hand on heart, right? I want you to be honest, hand on heart. If you had Vicario in that goal for Wolves, for the Leeds chance, for the 2 Wolves goal chances, do you think Vicario would have saved them goals? And also, look, just to add to that question, do you think he would have saved them? But personally, also, you got to give Kinski credit for the comeback. For where he was to when De Zerbi came in, he's built him back up and he saved us. So I understand that people don't rate Kinski. Kinski's a better keeper than a lot of people give him credit for. But the question remains to you, Rhino. Bagpipes. Mr. Bagpipes. If Vicario was in goal, would we have got the win at Wolves? Would we have got the draw at Leeds? Let me know. I'd love to know what it's saying. Big up to Carl saying, "I'm Stacey. How many teams in the Premier League were keen to get into it as a starter? Not many. I will agree. Not many. From lessons we've learned last couple of years, we've got to be ruthless in squad building. It may be suicidal just to go with Kinski next year. We will be buying other keepers. We will buy a decent keeper. What I want at Tottenham is 2 keepers fighting for the number 1 spot. I don't want a number 1 or number 2. I want 2 keepers fighting tooth and nail to become number 1. That's what I want. De Zerbi at Brighton, he signed a lot of unknown players. He did, and he turned them into really good players. Would you support RDS if he asked for Greenwood? Now, consider what I just said. I wouldn't support the player, but I support the manager, if that answers your question. I don't think he will. I think Tottenham, I don't think he will come to Spurs. I don't think so. I just don't rate him as a player. I don't like him as a player. I don't think he excites me. He doesn't get me. I'm just going off this from a player point of view, by the way. I just don't rate him as a player. I'm looking if De Zerbi wants to bring him, he brings him, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to be. It's not going to be a player that I'm going to be thinking, wow, he's going to get me off the edge of my seat. But that's the way I'm going. That's the way I'm looking at it. He's not a player that would excite me at all. Not Brennan Johnson, but who are you on about then? Which Johnson you're on about? Ben Johnson? No, that's the athlete that got done for drugs in '88. Yeah, long for you. Yeah. 115 charges could be announced in June. I bet you any money, right? I bet you a damn money they announce it the day I'm away on holiday. I bet it drops that I'm away on holiday. and I'll have to find a boss to go on to. Yeah. No, I get it. Yes, he has been proven. I was going it from a football point of view. That's why I'm going for it. Yeah. No, I get it. Thank you, Sir Colin. Unfortunately for Greenwood, he will never be welcome back to England. He has screwed himself this year. He's not one top. Yeah, exactly. As a footballer, exactly, Colin. It is the optics, which means he won't come back to England. No, wow. Okay, so namely the goalkeeper you want to see as our number one, then, Rhino. Let me know. De Zerbi wants to break. Now, I did say about that. I did have yeah, he does. I read that. I was given to me a while ago that he was part of the group. I'm trying to go back through my messages from the people I use. Yeah, he is. Here we go. Bert Van Boggen. Spurs are strongly linked with the Brighton goalkeeper as uncertainty grows around Vicario's future. He has asked for him. That won't be a bad shout. And I think he's done well. I wouldn't be a bad shout about that. True says go to Mio. Big up Spurs 1, 2, 3, 4ish. How are you doing? Do you believe what BS letter came out yesterday and where they're back? Look, the letter yesterday, right, is very much a case of rehashed what was put out before, and probably a bit of AI, apparently. I don't believe it. I believe it when actions speak louder than words for me. And that's what I want to see. If Tottenham come out and do what they said and then commitments and come out and did it, then yeah, I will believe it. Until then, it's just words. Until they come out and they do what they say they're going to do. It's going to be very interesting. But no, I don't believe it. I believe it when I see it. If that answers your question, if that answers your comment, I believe it when I see it. I'll big up the Benny. Greenwood is never playing in England ever again. Dale Boy, no thanks. Van Bunker is a bozo. Wow. Adam Johnson. I'm not going there. Rhino, I'm not going anywhere there. I'm not going anywhere there. Just leave that where it is. Now I know who you're on about. No, I'm not going anywhere there, Rhino. 45 appearances, 26 goals, Nemesis wouldn't excite you. Not really, because I don't rate him. He's a good winger. He's a very good winger. I would grant you that. But as people are saying, would he come back to England? And that's the question, isn't it? Would he? To be honest, Greenwood is one of the best wingers. I would take the Sunderland goalkeeper. But yeah, look, we have been linked with him as well. Where is he? I did have it in my early transfer list. Oh, where was it? We've also been linked with the Roma goalkeeper as well, Miles Salva as well. Roma goalkeeper, admired by De Zerbi and viewed as another possible Vicario replacement. We've also been linked with also Pellegrini, Locatelli as well. So there's a few players Tottenham have been linked with, guys, over the summer. Big up to Brenny. He says, Goldemir, I agree. However, it's not worth the baggage it brings with protest. Exactly, yeah. Not just fine what did, but why so much hate for Greenwood when he plays like Giggs and Terry were allowed to walk scot-free? Look, I'm just looking at it from a footballer point of view. And I know the stats that make him a really exciting player. I'm just looking from a football point of view. I just wouldn't like it. I just don't think he'd fit the Tottenham way. I just don't think he would. Not just Trafford. Well, who else then, Rhino? Let me know who else. Leo Cincinnati from Southampton. Watched him a few times. Looks electric. Yes, he's a very good player. He really is a very, very good player. And I watched him. I watched a few Southampton games. He really excited me as well. So yeah, big up to you. What else have we got? Is that it? That is it. Well, guys, we're going to leave it there. Oh, one more thing I want to talk about. Archie Gray. And it's the last time I'm going to talk about it. Now, Archie Gray got announced Tottenham Player of the Year last week. So let me just double check on something. Right, Tottenham Player of the Year. Okay. 2026. Let's see now if it will bring up. Right, here we go. So let's see now. Okay, it's not what I wanted. Here we go. Now, this is what Archie Gray earned. He earned 3 seasonal awards. Archie Gray has earned all three of our annual Player this Season awards voted by the fans. Now, this was voted by fans. So the statement goes, the England Under-21 International claimed the official supports club's Player of the Season, 1 Hotspur Members Player of the Season, and 1 Hotspur Junior Members Player of the Season. Accolades after polls were rung among 3 groups. All small number of lucky supporters came to Hotspur Way on Friday to present the former Leeds United starlet with the trophies. The 20-year-old has shown his versatility by producing impressive performances in a variety of roles this season. He came to the fore during the middle part of a challenging campaign, scored a winning goal in a crucial victory at Crystal Palace on the 28th of November. He also was on target in a 2-1 home defeat against Newcastle United in February. Ahead of Sunday's final game this season, Everton, he has made 34 appearances in all competitions so far this season. Congrats, Archie. And I agree with that. I think that was it's been voted by fans, not by the club, not by anyone. This comes from the fans. And I've seen people say Palhinha deserved it because he scored important goals. Well, but Palhinha went missing halfway through the season. And under Tudor, he wasn't picked very much. And it staggers me. It staggers me the amount of hate Archie Gray is getting and Lucas Bergville are getting. Absolutely staggers me. And look, where every fan is entitled to their opinion, where every fan is entitled to believe what they want to believe. This was voted by you, the fans. So, it's not been voted by Vinai at the club. It hasn't been voted by the players. It's been voted by the fans, and the fans alone have made him, given them these awards. We need to get off the kid's back. He's a good defender. He's a good player. He's come into Tottenham and he's played in more positions than I've had hot dinners in. He's played left back, right back, centre back, DM, centre of midfield. And we're sitting there criticising him where other players this season have not turned up, and they haven't turned up and did their job. And during the season, he came in, him and Lucas Bergville came in and did a job. He's only 19 years of age. Get off the kid's back. And it really boggles my brain that we can sit here as a fan base and go, do you know what? He doesn't deserve them. None of the players don't deserve anything this season for the performances to put it through, and this squad to finish 17th twice. They don't deserve. It don't deserve a damn thing. But us, the fans, voted him because he was the one of the few players that you could say he put it about. He's not the greatest player in the world, and he will become a great player in time as he improves, as he gets older. And as he learns of Palhinha and Bentancur. But any time we've asked him to do something, he's been reliable and he's been there. Now, as I said, you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to how you support Tottenham. You're entitled to see Tottenham through your eyes. Nobody sees Tottenham. Everyone sees Tottenham different through their eyes. Nobody thinks the same. Nobody sees Tottenham the same. Nobody supports Tottenham the same. We all have different views, and football is about opinions. And that's what the best thing about this game is, about opinions. But for once, let's stop this bullshit that keeps going out again and again and again. Let's tear these young lads down. Let's tear the young down. They're no good. They're useless. Get rid of them. Let's bring in an experienced player. Let's bring in the useless. Bergvall's useless. Archie Gray's useless. It's all bullshit, because these young players are the ones that actually dug us out of a hole. And if you're willing to, right, also, if you go and buy goals and go and buy he scored, like say Paulinho, for example, scored important goals, then Richie should be our player of the year because he's our top goal scorer. If you go and by that logic. But it was the fans that voted for this. So anyone that thinks Archie Gray doesn't deserve this, then you're having to go at the fan base. You're having to go at the members. You're having to go at the people that buy the One Hotspur membership, season tickets, everything like that. You're having to go at all of them. It wasn't the club who were voting for these players. It was the fans that voted for these players. And fair play to Archie Gray. I think he deserved it. And he's put, as a young lad, I just don't get it. I just do not get it. And it angers me and it frustrates me and it baffles me. I don't need to waste time with people that talk absolute bullshit. I don't get the hate for Gray. I don't understand it. He's a young lad who's come in from a football heritage of a family, from his father and his grandfather, who's come in and he's done a job. Get off the kid's back. Get off his back and leave him alone. Why not congratulate him? Why not say, well done? Because we can't do that, can we? We can't do that. We have to rip these young players apart and say they're not good enough. We have to rip them apart. They're not good enough. They don't deserve this. They don't deserve that. We need to give it to this player or that player. It's these young players that actually helped us out of a hole. And I'll tell you one thing. Archie Gray is going to make a lot of this fan base wake up and apologise in a few years' time. And I hope he does. And I hope Archie Gray turns around. Do you know what? I don't need this shit. There. That's what I think to you lot. I'm doing what I'm doing because I'm a good footballer. And I tell you another thing. If he was to so, Leeds fans will welcome him back with open arms because Leeds know they're getting a decent player. So instead of ripping these youngsters apart, these young kids apart, let's get behind them and let's support them instead of ripping them apart. And one, it's not hard to say, do you know what? Congratulations. Is it hard to say that? Congratulations. Apparently not. Apparently our fan base want to rip a young, decent player apart. Why? Just don't get it. I just do not. And it's something that's bugged me over the last couple of days. It really has. It really has bugged me massively that people and our fan base can strip these players and strip them bare. For what? For coming and trying to do a job. He's a young lad that came into Tottenham and he's played in so many different positions and he's done them marvellous. You know, get off the kid's back. Give him a bit of credit. He wasn't the only one that didn't. All the squad didn't perform. All the squad didn't perform. So instead of having to go, how about having a go at Paulinho? How about having a go at Romero? Oh, no, we can't have a go at Romero. Oh, no, we can't because he's club captain. And, yeah, he's the man we must get behind. How many times has he got sent off this season? He's let it down and had to be dragged back from Argentina because he had to come back because there was such a bloody outcry why he was in Argentina. But no, let's just tear Archie Gray apart. So load of BS, the load of it. Big up to Truth Sets Free. Bloody hell, where have you been? I haven't seen you in a good year. Bloody hell. Big up Truth Sets Free. Let us resign Kane. Yeah, that would be nice. Sure, we need good wingers. Delivers, absolutely. Any goalkeeper but Trafford, get you now, Rhino. Told you, you're staying up. You did, Declan. You did. Fair play to you, bud. Fair play to you. Thank you so much, Del Boy. Really appreciate it. Rather you than West Ham. Oh, thanks, mate. Really means a lot. Gray is not that good. Needs to go out and loan. I don't agree, Rhino. And that's another thing that's really pissing me off at the moment. That Gray needs to go out and loan. Gray is a decent midfielder. He doesn't need to go out on loan. He needs to be given a chance and people to get off his back. B3O and Palunia with trust. Big up to. I don't get the hate for Gray. Love the kid. Going to be world-class player given time. He's been our most prolific and passionate player over the last 2 seasons. Always stepped up. Totally agree, Wayne, 100%. I don't get it, the Mum Overlord. Jess, I do not get it either. I really don't. All this gay hate is BS camp from sheep fans who refuse to see how good someone is and how great they're going to become. Dickhead mentality for some of fan base. Totally agree. Totally agree. All I heard from Monday is, can he just be... Exactly. Absolutely spot on. I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. These kids, they won the Europa League and failed to use, I think Frank Tubberthorpe was top. Yeah, it was top. Absolutely spot on. I don't agree, but we do see things differently, Rhino. But I just did this we've been through hell over the last 2 seasons, one way or the other, right? And I'm just going to call it as I see it. And I'm relieved we're staying up. I'm looking forward to the summer content. I'm looking forward to the World Cup. I can relax a little bit now. But can we all, for once, as a fan base, stop hating on our players? It's absolutely ridiculous. Now I've got that rant out of the way and off my chest. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy. It's just one of them things. It's. I'm sorry, I'm just checking something out. It's just really got under my skin for the last few days, and I think I needed to vent it. I just needed to vent it. Really did. Really did. Really did. Yeah, just wanted to vent it. All right, guys, listen. We are not on tomorrow. We're back on Thursday. Sorry. Right. On that bombshell, we'll see you later. I'm back on Thursday with more news, with the podcast on Thursday, and then on Friday, more transfer news. Thank you all for watching, and we'll speak to you later. Bye.